to your homepage.
It says we're not live. What's going on here?
Oh, wait, you just clicked over to the...
What's going on
Yeah,
here?
just in time to say what's going on here.
Yeah, I heard it back on the stream. We have been... Well, I have been lied to by technology, and now I don't know what to think. Beyond just feeling quite negative. So I'll just do a little recap. First up, hi. Been a little while since we've done one of these, but we're doing it again. We're doing a little bit more Moby Dick, and we're taking it from being an old book for people who read old things to being a new book for people who read new things or don't read at all. Which is the modern age that we're in. And if we were fucking whingy old bastards, which we are, we would say, man, no one reads anymore. Well, they just want an easily digestible version of things. Fucking hell, can you believe people are just looking for more convenience in their lives? It's unbelievable. And that's why we're going to cash in by making Moby Dick readable.
So take a load off, everyone. Audience. We're going to read some Moby Dick for you.
Hang on, we're coming off hot here with some questions from JT. Says, would Ishmael have an OnlyFans, and would it be affected by the porn ban? Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. That's definitely a quick starter there.
You can tell this is going to be a big stream already.
This is auspicious. I would say I don't think Ishmael would have the wherewithal to set up an OnlyFans. I think someone would tell him about it, and he'd be like, this sounds like a really easy thing to do. And then he would have a hard time. He'd find someone else to team up with. Maybe he'd appear in someone else's content. And he would be affected by the porn ban just by it sort of going away on its own and it no longer being a viable career path. And so he has to go back to being a guy who goes on boats. Also, as a guy who goes on boats, not very good signal and connectivity options out there, I would assume.
I mean, I would say he's the kind of guy who would definitely break the Twitch terms of service, but it wouldn't be intentionally.
No, he doesn't know what he's doing.
He'd just leave the camera on by accident, and Queequeg would be trying to get dressed under the bed. That's all it takes to get you banned.
They've made it so easy these days.
Or he'd sing an incredibly lifelike rendition of "Cake by the Ocean."
Oh, let me just hop onto the standby screen here so I can see these bots a little bit bigger. But Emma appears to be a big dragon guy from Monster Hunter.
That's excellent.
JT has picked us up from another popular show about people who go on boats.
And we're a couple of affectionate whales.
We're a couple of big whale boys.
Do you want me to be the little whale to help distinguish?
No, I think it's good. It shows that we're more important.
Oh, good point. Yeah, sorry, I'll change it back.
Oh yeah, shit, I jumped the gun and went straight to the page.
Emma immediately, I don't like the bots, says Emma. That's quite a hot take, Emma.
I'm not sure on the bots either, to be honest.
Do you not think it's setting the right tone?
What, just complete fucking disaster?
Yeah.
I've not really set them up properly. We'll see how it goes.
I like it. I think it's, focus groups were saying...
Focus groups were saying we need avatars.
Yeah. Obviously, we love the stream. We like everything about it.
But what if there was something that wasn't that?
Yeah. Something where if I were to mute the stream, I could just focus on that instead of your faces moving.
Oh, yeah, I think I've got a thing set up so that I'm going to be spamming chat myself. Sorry, I'm disconnecting the bots for a second. Oh, they're not bots. Yeah, okay. Announce extension link is gone, and now I press connect again. And everyone should be back, and yeah, the distraction is returned. Oh no, I'm the only one there.
Oh, I'm coming back.
I don't fucking know. Anyway, so we are here on chapter 21.
Yes.
Which is titled Going Aboard. Andy, any guesses for what you think going aboard may be a reference to?
I think this is it. This is our time. We're finally going to see them.
Think it's time for Ishmael to fly the nest?
I do also have some exciting news. Like, despite us being away for 2 or 3 weeks, I honestly can't remember. we're actually still ahead of schedule
Are
because
we?
the chapter after this is Merry Christmas.
So we may actually leave that chapter aside until we do a Christmas special.
Do you reckon?
You know, it depends what, you know, our massive roaring fans want. We could revisit it. Tell you what, let's just put Christmas hats on when we do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's make it a Christmas stream
Yeah.
on whatever it will be. I guess the end of August.
We'll have carols on in the background.
Yeah, yeah, that can be for the recap.
Yeah, okay, we can do this.
I'll put a beard on.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of a recap, we've been away for ages. I've forgotten what's happened.
Yes.
And Andy, you've read this before, so do you want to do us a recap?
Sure, that sounds great.
That's
Thanks,
fair.
Sam.
Hey, come on, I've been sorting out these little
I know.
avatars.
I'm just kidding. I should pull some weight here. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you some background music. I've not done much prep on this either, so it's just going to be something random. So please take it away, Andy.
We joined our main character Ishmael when he was getting a bit restless ashore and decided it was time to head out to sea. But he didn't just want to head to sea on any old ship, he decided that he wants to be a whaler. And to become a whaler, he's decided that he needs to head to Nantucket. Now, he spent a bit of time in New Bedford. He stayed at the worst inn in the world called the Spouter Inn, run by Peter Coffin.
Notorious prankster.
A great prankster. He would be a fantastic streamer himself. I think we could use. He likes selling people poison and making jokes which involves maybe getting them murdered. During the course of one of these pranks, Ishmael, and unbeknownst to Peter Coffin, he accidentally set up two great new BFFs, Queequeg and Ishmael. And conveniently enough, Queequeg is just an all-round superstar harpooner. So Ishmael has decided to tie his fortunes to his new friend, and they've set sail together to Nantucket. Well, in Nantucket, they ate some chowder. I think they played around with a wheelbarrow. They got accosted by a prophet who followed them around in the streets and told them they were all doomed.
Normal holiday stuff, to be honest.
Regular, it's all stuff you'll find on TripAdvisor. I don't know what star rating it would get. And then he's met the two captains, not captains, of the Pequod. Bildad and Peleg. Yeah, admin captains who were just getting stuff sorted in time for the proper captain to arrive, Ahab, who Peleg, I think, described at length as being a perfectly nice and regular dude, except for when he flies into his terrible rages or when he's gone insane. But that can't really be helped because his leg was chewed off by a parmacetti.
Which is an old word for whale.
We think.
No one knows.
Who can say? There's no way of researching this thing. Anyway, I think in the very last chapter, things were all astir because they were getting stuff aboard the ship, and there was lots of lists which we got very excited about, and I hope you all got excited about too. And I think
to list.
We like to list on the Moby Dick stream.
And we like to list 10. If you got any problems, need any advice, if you want to know how a real whaler would handle any of life's problems,
we're listening.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got no more list related puns. I'm just going to put the the waves back on. Oh,
could have List the composer, but I don't know how to do it down.
Oh, just on the topic of TripAdvisor, one of our holiday destinations was the town of Oban, or Oban, I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but I think it was the number 4 thing to do in Oban on TripAdvisor was to go and see a cat.
Oh!
There's people reviewing this cat that they've found. Except a lot of the reviews of cats were just of this cat were just a different cat. And it was just, we didn't find the famous cat from TripAdvisor, but we did find this cat, and they're all just uploading pictures of it. And I think that's great.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I like the idea that it's just this amorphous idea of cat that they're reviewing.
The cat's in Oban, they're not like the cats anywhere else. Alright, we've been waffling for nearly 12 minutes. Let's fucking crack on, eh?
Okay, yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah. Okay, so, Chapter 21, Going Aboard. You did the recap, so I will begin the chapter.
I think
how did we finish off last time?
we need to
Okay, I woke up early.
pace this properly, I think, because you need to make sure you do the voice of Elijah, because I think
Is Elijah still in it?
everybody's favorite prophet is about to make a return, I think. Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. So in that case, yeah, we'll just give me Elijah. We'll see how it goes. All right. It was nearly 6 o'clock, but only grey, imperfect, misty dawn when we drew nigh the wharf. Right. Okay. There are some sailors running ahead there, if I see right, said I to Queequeg. It can't be shadows. She's off by sunrise, I guess. Come on! And it's this fuck. Avast! Cried her voice, whose owner was the same time coming close behind us, laid a hand upon both our shoulders, and then, insinuating himself between us, stood stooping forward a little in the uncertain twilight, strangely peering from Queequeg to me. It was Elijah. Ah, that's great. He's just come up and just fucking gripped him. He's like, all right, finish, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Very good. Going aboard.
Hands off, will you? Said I. Oh, I guess shall I be Queequeg as well?
Yeah, if you want. Just remember, he's just a normal guy now.
Yeah. Look here, said Queequeg, shaking himself. Go away.
Ain't going aboard then.
Yes, we are, said I. But what business is that of yours? Do you know, Mr. Elijah, that I consider you a little impertinent?
No, I wasn't aware of that, said Elijah, slowly and wonderingly looking from me to Queequeg with the most unaccountable glances.
Elijah, said I, you will oblige my friend and me by withdrawing. We are going to the Indian and Pacific Oceans, and we prefer not to be detained.
Ye be ye, coming back afore breakfast.
He's cracked, Queequeg, said I. Come on!
Hello.
Whoa!
Hello.
Do you want another take on that, or was that? I think you got that.
It says hello. Hello.
I think is it like holla? Is it that?
Ah.
Might be.
What does that even mean?
Don't know.
Oh no, it's like hang on. Because hailing us once we'd moved a few paces. Let's just swap it for wait!
Yeah.
But for the reading. Hello! Cried stationary Elijah, hailing us when we had moved a few paces.
Never mind him, said I. Queequeg, come on.
But he stole up to us again and suddenly clapping his hand on my shoulder said, Did you see anything looking like men going towards that ship a while ago?
Struck by this plain matter-of-fact question, I answered, saying, Yes, I thought I did see 4 or 5 men, but it was too dim to be sure.
Very dim, said Elijah. Morning to ye.
Oh, he did his catchphrase! Once more we quitted him, but once more he came softly after us. How fast is he? And touching my shoulder again, said,
See if you can find him now, will ye?
Find who?
Morning to ye, he rejoined, again moving off. Oh, I was going to warn ye against, but... never mind, it's all one, all in the family too. Sharp frost this morning, ain't it? Goodbye to ye, shan't see ye again very soon, I guess, unless it's before the grand jury. And with these cracked words he finally departed, leaving me, for the moment, in no small wonderment at his frantic impudence.
Excellent. That's a good place to take stuff.
We've gone on along there, right? So,
yeah, a lot of this is copy and paste mode, though, isn't it?
Pretty much. So we'll not name the chapter until we know what it's about. But I can't think we'll get anything clearer than going aboard. Hang on, I just spotted a typo from earlier. Oh, don't worry about that. He's getting better every day. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll... Okay. See him. Oh. See him this afternoon. Okay, cool. So, we finished up with... I said nothing, I tried to think nothing. It's simpler that way sometimes. Did you see that fact that I think it was sea lions remember things they've done but only for 18 seconds? And that just sounds great.
Oh. What if they did something really cool? Is it like 20 seconds?
Well, if it was really cool, people would never stop talking about it, would they? They'd keep getting
true.
reminded.
I mean, that also means that because other people, having seen you do something cool, would remember what you did that was cool longer than you could. So they'd still be like, "Oh, you remember that cool thing you did?" And you'd be like, "No."
And then they'd be like, oh, no, me neither.
Yeah, in a few seconds.
Okay, it was nearly 6 o'clock. We don't need to know that it's misty. It was only 6 o'clock and misty when we got to the wharf. We don't need to drew nigh. We don't even need to bill nigh. When we got to the wharf. Although I would like Bill Nye to join us on one of these streams. Maybe I'll send him a letter.
Was this the science guy or Bill Nye, the actor?
The good actor.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust Bill Nye, the science guy.
I don't really know anything about him, but
No,
I have spoken with Bill Nye though.
You have, haven't you?
Yeah, I had to yell "Inspector" at his face as part of a extras role.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to copy paste fair chunks here and just alter when needed. But we got, there are some sailors running ahead there if I see right, I said to Queequeg. It can't be shadows. What the fuck is he talking about?
I guess in the old days, there's no street lighting or anything.
You don't know what you're looking at any of the time. It could be a person, it could be that person's shadow.
It could be cats. It could be sea lions. I'm just saying, Emma's really conditioning people's responses to these avatars in chat.
Yeah, I think Emma's got a little avatar agenda. What's Emma's little guy? What's she picked? See if I can see it bigger. Oh, Emma's got the big fucking dragon. She can't complain. Jeez.
Wait, actually, is Emma talking about the avatars or just us?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Val's correctly identified it as a Rathian.
Oh.
How do you know that's a Rathian and not a Rathalos?
Is this a joke, or is it...
No, it's Monster Hunter, legit Monster Hunter question.
Oh, it just sounded like the setup for something.
Oh, Rathalos is red. Unless it's a... Rathalos does fire, doesn't he? Monster Hunter stream, coming soon. Where we can learn more. Okay, I don't know, it's dark. I can't see very well. And I don't want to miss this boat. Let's run. Let's run to be safe. I want to condition everyone to think that Ishmael is a big scared weenie, but also likes to be places early.
Do we need to change if I see right? Because that sounds a bit old-fashioned-y.
Hmm.
Can we just change it to, like, if my eyes are working?
And there. Okay. Ellipsis. I think? Question mark.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's dark. I can't see very well and I don't want to miss this boat. Come on, let's run to be safe. We'll miss the boat. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just about to break into a very fast and casual looking jog when something stopped me in my tracks. And it's Avast! Cried a voice whose owner was at the same time coming behind us. Alright. Came a familiar voice. We'll keep the suspense by not telling you who it is immediately. A familiar voice from behind. A voice that filled me with dread. Or if not dread, at least quite a bit of annoyance. I felt his hands on my... just hand, actually. I felt his hand on my shoulder. Saw his other hand on Queequeg's. And
his other hand in his pocket.
and then I saw his face. Interposed between mine and my buddies. Peering from each of us in turn. It was that weird bastard Elijah from the other day. Okay. Yeah, that works. Going aboard. Hands off, will you? Looky here. Okay, we gotta fix that. Oh, why's that come all indented like? Going aboard, he rasped. Alright, hands off, will you, is a bit old-fashioned. Get your hands off me, you weird bastard, said I. I said. Alright. Oi! Said Queequeg, shaking himself. Fuck off! Ain't going aboard then? He asked in a... what would you say, a cheeky way? A sly way? Smarmy way.
Can we leave it untagged, because then we've got the follow-up where Ishmael's like, I think you're a bit impertinent, and that way you can set the tone in what Ishmael says, I guess.
Okay. Alright, okay. So then we've got, yeah we are. I said, yeah we are, but it's none of your business. You know what? I think you're a bit of a dickhead. Basically.
Yeah.
I replied, okay. Yeah, we are actually, I said. Not that it's any of your... oh, should we say business or beeswax?
Oh, that's a bit sassy.
It is a bit, yeah, beeswax. Your beeswax. Elijah. You know what? I don't want to... you know... oh yeah, that's one, yeah. No offense. No offense. But you come across as a pretty impertinent guy, you know? Okay, this is good.
Excellent.
That all just works. Let's have that. No, I wasn't aware of that, said Elijah slowly and wondering, looking from me to Queequeg with the most unaccountable glances. That doesn't... I don't know what an unaccountable glance is, so let's make that a mysterious look in his eye. With the most mysterious look in his eye. Okay, and then we got... that's the wrong one. That was just the waves. Okay. Elijah said, you will oblige my friend and me by withdrawing. We're going to India and the Pacific Oceans and we're prepared not to be detained. Okay, we keep that part in. That's very sassy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Elijah, I said. Bugger off, will you? We're gonna, yeah, okay. We're gonna into some discussions and prefer not to be detained. Ye be ye, coming back before breakfast. That's good.
Classic burn.
He's cracked. I mean, this all just works. Copy pasty time.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's obvious that Elijah's making a little bit of a joke here, saying, back before breakfast, will you? Ha ha ha, I don't think you know the undertaking that you're actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good if we explain why Ishmael thinks that this guy's bonkers and just blatantly miss the point of the joke? So he goes, coming back before breakfast, and he's like, this guy must have been nuts. There's no way you could get to the Pacific Ocean and get back before breakfast. That was like 3 hours from now.
I like that. This is a silly proposition, and Ishmael doesn't understand.
Back before breakfast? This guy clearly had no notion of how far away either of those oceans were. Back before bloody breakfast. What an idiot. Breakfast was only a couple of hours away. He's cracked, Queequeg, said I. Come on. We took a few steps, and then heard Elijah screaming incoherently. I think he was trying to tell us to wait. That's how I'm handling the Helloa situation. Never mind him, I said. Come on, Queequeg. Come on, Queequeg. But he crept up to us again, suddenly clapping his hand on our shoulders. Yeah, okay, let's copy-paste it. And instead of stole up, we're going to say crept up, because people might think he's stealing things now. Yeah, crept up to suddenly clapping his hand on his shoulders. Anything looking like men going towards that ship a little while ago. He's really bad at just walking away from this guy. He could have just shrugged out of it and just been like, fuck off. I was like, yeah, actually, I did.
I don't get how Elijah keeps catching up to them, because it seems like he's giving them a head start, and then he's just like, you know what?
Maybe he's like a spirit man, like a ghost. That would explain how he's so mysterious.
He's like Creepy Watson, you just turn away.
He's the Babadook. Which I can't remember anything about, but I do remember him vaguely being a Cockney. I don't know if that's true. Okay. Did you see anyone going in? It was a fair question. So I answered instead of going on my way. Yeah, I saw a few. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. It was really dark. Still is, actually. Misty also. I frowned. Whale jumping is scary. Oh, you can jump. That's cool. Oh, there's an extra big whale. Who's the extra big whale?
That's Val.
It's Val. Whale gang.
Val's got promoted.
Can I get a whale in the chat? Where did we get to? Oh, right. Too dim to be short. Very dim. Morning to you. Yeah, copy pasters.
And then
But we need the dim part. Okay. Very dark. Still is actually. Quite dim. Yeah, that's how we'll finish it. Very dim. Morning to ye. Alright. We turned and walked away again. But he caught up to us really fast and did that shoulder grab move again. See if you can find him now, will ye? Yeah, that works.
I find it. You should probably. I think this works with his like rambling about. Oh, I should tell you. No, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh yeah, this is all great.
Reminds me of a time I got on a train when all of the notices were down at a station, and I was trying to get to Cumbria, and I was like, this train's heading south, even though this is the one they told me to get on. So I went and found the ticket collector guy, and I said, is this actually going to take me to like Manchester and then Cumbria? And he thought for like a good minute, and then was like, it's not the route people usually take, but yeah. And then he just carried on walking, and the next thing I knew, the train was approaching London.
Fucker. Absolute fucker.
So when he said it's not the route people usually take, he meant because it's the opposite direction.
It's a bad route.
Yeah, it's the other side of the country.
God damn.
Yeah.
This is like when I ordered my tuna and pickle sandwich, and the guy was like, I said, is that a weird combo? I'm not much of a tuna sandwich guy, but I would like to become one. And he says, it should work. And I thought I was ordering tuna and, you know, pickles like the little gherkin fellas.
That'd be alright.
Yeah, it was Branston pickle. It was like the tuna and spicy jam sandwich.
That shouldn't be alright.
No, it was alright. I ate it. I was hungry. And then I got on a little boat. Oh, Val has won 5 from the jump catch game. Val's playing a jump game. What the fuck? What is this?
Oh, how are you so ahead of all the rest of us already?
He's mastered the whale game.
Yeah, hey, whoa! There's love hearts just popping up on the screen. You were so busy wondering if you could put avatars on your screen, and you didn't ask if you should.
This mad rambling. Mad rambling finished. He finally departed. Finished. He finally departed, leaving me, for the moment, in no small wonderment at his frantic impudence.
Now we still have...
For the moment. What's an easier way of saying in no small wonderment at his frantic impudence?
A bit confused.
Yeah. A bit confused.
I mean, we've seen this structure before where Elisha comes up to Ishmael and he's like, I've got some prophecies for you. And then Ishmael's like, that's not going to have any effect on me. And then 10 seconds after Elisha's left, like all of his synapses start firing and he just starts freaking out. So yeah, let's see if that happens this time.
Oh, I just saw Val's whale go. Oh, he's back. Okay. I think he's found a way to yeet the little dudes.
How is he doing this?
Oh, look at this. Absolute yeet fest. I'm liking these guys. Let me just pop back to here. Oh no, they're at the top. That won't work. Okay.
This will be great for when I convert this to a podcast.
Oh yeah, this is the best podcast content.
Yeah.
And with these crack words finally departed. Okay. I think that's as far as we read in a chunk, isn't it?
I could do the next couple of paragraphs
Yeah, if you like, or we could alternate.
if Elijah crops up.
Yeah.
At last, stepping on board the Pequod, we found everything in profound quiet, not a soul moving. The cabin entrance was locked within, the hatches were all on and lumbered with coils of rigging. Going forward to the forecastle, we found the slide of the scuttle open. Seeing a light, we went down, found only an old rigger there, wrapped in a tattered pea jacket. He was thrown at whole length upon two chests, his face downwards, and enclosed in his folded arms. The profoundest slumber slept upon him.
I think that's how I sleep, actually.
Yeah, you just throw yourself over two chests, face down. Ah! You're just like, time for bed. Just dive. Face first.
If you land hard enough, it's really easy to get to sleep. Okay, my initial concerns with this paragraph, Andy, are that he's just listing a lot of things and I don't know what they are.
Pea jackets, forecastles, rigging.
Scuttles, lights, old rigger.
But it all gets surmised as the ship was a bit quiet. We went to the front of the ship and there was a guy who was sleeping on his face.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So, remember what you've just said. I'm about to type it. But first off, in the end, we got to the boat. Brackets.
Shit.
Hadn't missed it. Oh yeah, sorry, that's an important distinction.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we've been really consistent on. We got the ship.
Definitely.
Hadn't missed it after all. And... okay, then what, Andy?
Then it was. The ship was a bit quiet.
And yeah, it was a bit quiet, actually.
We went to the front of the ship.
We went
or
to
some
the...
varied rephrasing of that.
Yeah.
And we found a guy sleeping on his face.
Sleeping on
a couple of chests.
Face across a couple of chests. It didn't look comfy, but he was snoozing away like a champ. Okay.
Nice. Okay, do you want to do this one?
Yeah.
Those sailors we saw, Queequeg, where can they have gone to?
Said I, looking dubiously at the sleeper. But it seemed that when on the wharf, Queequeg had not at all noticed what I now alluded to. Hence, I would have thought myself to have been optically deceived in that manner, were it not for Elijah's otherwise inexplicable question. But I beat the thing down, and again marking the sleeper, jocularly hinted to Queequeg that perhaps we had best sit up with the body, telling him to establish himself accordingly. He put his hand on the sleeper's rear, as though feeling if it was soft enough, and then, without more ado, sat quietly down there.
What?
All right.
Okay.
We
do you want to
can't-
walk me through what we think is happening here?
So I know it ends with... it sounds like it ends with Ishmael being a little bit like, oh, how do we blend in with this? This is a weird situation. How do we look like we belong? The only other guy who's here is chilling out. We should hang out with him and look like him. So let's also lie down with this guy. And then Queequeg just gropes his ass to check it's soft.
Yeah.
And then sits on his ass.
There is some dialogue to follow this up, so we don't need to expand on it too much. I
Okay,
don't think.
but prior to that, I have no idea what the fuck is happening. The sailors we saw Queequeg, where can they have gone to? Okay, I've got this part, right.
So he thinks he sees
Remember
sailors.
when I thought I saw a load of sailors earlier? I wasn't seeing them now. Just this one sleepy Sammy. Sleepy fella. Sleepy fella. Where could they all be hiding? Probably not in the chests this guy was blocking. That would be crazy. But I don't know where else they would have been. And I didn't quite know what to do next. Is that an accurate reading?
I think that sounds pretty good.
We're not for Elijah's otherwise inexplicable question, but I beat the thing that... Okay, yeah. Didn't not know what to do next. Elijah... Alright. My brain went running back over some of the weird stuff Elijah had been saying. Like a dog that wants to go back to a weird smell on the side of the road when you're trying to take it for a walk.
I mean, I think there's a bit of a ghost story taking place here.
Oh.
Because Elijah, like, he's seen what he thought was sailors going aboard this ship, and then Elijah's like, "Did you see them?" And Ishmael's like, "Yeah." And then he gets there and he's like, "Oh, maybe they were all... It was all a dream." End of Moby Dick. I think that's maybe what's taking place here, but he's being a bit subtle about it.
We'll go with that. The particular smell that my brain was sniffing over right now, deposited by that weird guy. That smell? That's the smell of ghosts.
Nice.
What if I'd been seeing ghosts?
Oh man, if I were a ghost hunter, I would totally call my autobiography The Smell of Ghosts.
The ship covered in bones. That'd be spooky. To take my mind off the fear, I joked to Queequeg that maybe we should take it easy and post up with this snoozing. I want to call him like a snoozing Sally.
I thought you were going to try and rhyme snoozing with something, and it's like there's nothing that sounds like...
Well, there's cruising for a snoozing.
Yeah, but I mean, that sounds like a person.
Yeah,
like,
that's the difficult part.
unless it's like a really morphed version of cousin.
Snoozy Sailor. Yeah, let's go with that.
Snoozy Sailor sounds good.
Alright, and then we get to... That's where we best sit up with the body. Tell them to establish something. Okay. Alright. Queequeg nodded once. Grunted. Squeezed the sleeper's ass with his hands to check it for... to check it for comfort. Brackets. No keys or anything in pockets. And then sat on him. Arse to arse.
Right. You know how this is all like based on Melville's knowledge of being marooned on an island, I think, in the Pacific, which he called Taipei. Do you think that he actually just got used as a piece of furniture? And everybody there was like, yeah, this is what we all do.
This is normal.
Yeah, this is normal.
Oh, fucking hell, that'd be bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Goodness gracious, Queequeg, don't sit there. I said, trying not to giggle.
It's a very good seat, said Queequeg. In my country, That's what we do. It won't hurt his face.
Alright. It's a very good seat. Is he laughing, do you think, Queequeg? Is he in on the joke?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's
I'm a
make
bit
it more
worried.
wholesome. Laughed
afraid.
Queequeg. This is what we do in my country. It's better than sitting on his face. Okay.
Oh wait, no, that needs to set up the next line. It needs to be like it won't hurt his face, because then there's a bit of confusion where Ishmael thinks that Queequeg calls people's asses their faces.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, so
Just when we thought Moby Dick couldn't get any stranger.
my country won't hurt his face, and then Ishmael is like, "What do you mean you won't hurt his face? You're sitting on his ass, you stupid bastard." Okay. Okay, so it's better than sitting on his face. Do my country. I won't hurt his face.
Okay.
I misunderstood. Hang on. I'm going to translate this right now.
Okay.
I misunderstood for a sec. What do you mean, face? I shouted. You're sat on his ass. You mad bastard. Okay. So you pick up from face.
From face, said I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Call that his face. Very benevolent countenance then, but how hard he breathes. He's heaving himself. Get off, Queequeg. You are heavy. It's grinding the face of the poor. Get off, Queequeg. Look, he'll twitch you off soon. I wonder he don't wake.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Does this make sense, what we've
Not.
done?
I don't know what grinding the face of the poor means in this context. It must be a sailor thing. Let's have a look. I bet if I type in grinding the face of the poor, the first thing that comes up is Moby Dick. Or Tory party.
Yeah. Which you may have noticed new chat rules, by the way. No Tories. It's one of my favourite rappers, No Tories B.I.G. Get off him, or he'll... What's he gonna do? Or he'll twerk you off, twitch you off?
From Cambridge Dictionary. Someone who grinds the faces of the poor treats poor people very badly, often to get money from them.
Ah.
But in this case, to use them as furniture.
He'll wake up.
I like the comments in chat. Emma, what's even going on?
It's another comedy moment.
It is, but like I feel like, yeah, I've completely lost track of what the joke is here. I guess just that Queequeg's sitting on a guy.
Yeah, and I'm just having Ishmael freak out. So we've got... I misunderstood for a sec. What do you mean, face? I shouted. You sat on his ass, you mad bastard. Get off him or he'll twitch you off. He'll wake up. He'll suffocate and die. Come on now, you've gone bananas. Yeah, there we go.
Good.
Queequeg removed himself to just beyond the head of the sleeper and lighted his tomahawk pipe. I sat at the feet. Now is he just joining him on this guy?
You know he's very impressionable.
We kept the pipe passing over the sleeper, from one to the other. Meanwhile, upon questioning him in his broken fashion, Queequeg gave me to understand that in his land, owing to the absence of settees and sofas of all sorts, the king, chiefs, and great people generally were in the custom of fattening up some of their lower orders for ottomans, and to furnish a house comfortably in that respect, you had only to buy up to 8 or 10 lazy fellas and lay them round in the piers and alcoves. Besides, it was very convenient on an excursion, much better than those garden chairs which are convertible into walking sticks. Did we write this? Upon occasion, A chief calling his attendant and desiring him to make a settee of himself under a spreading tree, perhaps in some damp, marshy place.
Yep. Okay. Well, I don't know that you can change any of this, Sam, because it does sound like we wrote it
yeah.
already. Especially the bit about garden chairs.
Okay. Queequeg moved over
I think Emma's
to
onto
just
something.
beyond the head of the... Huh?
I think Emma's onto something.
I think Queequeg just wanted to see what he could get away with. Yeah, I think so. I think he's leaning greatly into his culture to get away with some pretty funny jokes. Just on the head of the sleeper and lit his tomahawk pipe. I sat at the feet. So, are we suggesting that they are not sat on the guy?
I think Queequeg's still sitting on the guy. I think Ishmael's sat at his feet, not on his feet, so he's just sitting, like, on chests.
I sat at the feet. And so that means, wait, if it's just beyond the head of the sleeper, that would mean he's on, like, his back. Which... Do we keep him on it? Is it funnier if he stays on him and Ishmael just joins him on? Is that the better reading? Is that a better story?
I think that's a better story, isn't it? That just...
Yeah.
It does seem a bit strange that Ishmael goes from panicking because this guy can't breathe.
Guy's back and not knowing what else to do, I joined him and sat on the guy's calves. And we got Queequeg lit his pipe. Okay.
Captain Ahab's little Dragon Ball character that just
We kept the pipe passing over the sleeper from one to the other. Meanwhile, upon questioning... Okay, now we can trim this down. Yeah, okay. Let's see that. We chatted a while, and Queequeg told me that in his land, owing to the absence of settees and sofas of all sorts, the king's chiefs and great people generally were in the custom of fattening some of the lower orders up for ottomans. I'm going to change orders for lower class people.
Okay.
Just for clarity. Lower class people for ottomans. Like a footstool. But meaty. And to furnish a house comfortably in that respect, you had only to buy up to 8 or 10 lazy fellas and lay 'em around all the piers and alcoves. Besides, it was very convenient on an excursion, and much better than those garden chairs which are convertible into walking sticks. Upon occasion, a chief calling his attendant and desiring him to make... Okay, we can make this better. It wasn't unusual, he said, for a king or something like that to bring some big lads with him on a walk, and if he wanted to sit down and it was maybe a bit marshy, he'd tell one of his little rotund guys to act like a seat for him. Completely normal, he said, laughing. This implies that Ishmael doesn't understand when people are just having a daft laugh.
Quite possible.
While narrating these things, every time Queequeg passed tomahawk from his head, he flourished the hatchet side of it over the sleeper's head. Okay. As we were talking, and talking and passing the pipe back and forth, I noticed that Queequeg kept sort of brandishing his axe over the guy's head, like he was ready to split him like an old pumpkin.
Oh man.
I asked him why this was the case.
Okay.
Um,
And then, should we just read through the next bit and then?
oh yeah, we're near the end,
transcribe
aren't we? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So where are we going from? From what's that for?
Yeah, although we'll probably just skip the what's that for because we've already got an I asked him.
That's very true. Okay, I'll read it anyway for the sake of it. What's that for, Queequeg?
It's pretty easy, it's to kill him, innit? Pretty easy. Oh, it would be pretty easy to kill him, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's what he'll be saying.
Yeah, yeah. He was going on with some wild reminiscences about his tomahawk pipe, which it seemed had in its two uses both brained his foes and soothed his soul. When we were directly attracted to the sleeping rigger, the strong vapor now completely filling the contracted hole, it began to tell upon him. He breathed with a sort of muffledness, then seemed troubled in the nose, then revolved over once or twice, then sat up and rubbed his eyes.
Oh! He breathed at last. Who be ye, smokers?
Shipped men, answered
True.
I. It is very true. When does she sail?
Aye, aye. You're going in her, be ye. She sails today. The captain came aboard last night.
What captain? Which is actually a good question in this book. Ahab?
Who but him indeed?
I was going to ask him some further questions concerning Ahab when we heard a noise on deck.
Hello, Starbuck sister, said the rigger. He's a lively chief mate, that.
Oh, yeah.
He's a lively chief mate, that. Good man and a pious, but all alive now I must turn to.
And so saying, he went on deck, and we followed.
It was now clear sunrise. Soon the crew came on board in twos and threes, the riggers bestirred themselves, the mates were actively engaged, and several of the shore people were busy in bringing various last things on board. Meanwhile, Captain Ahab remained invisibly enshrined within his cabin.
I mean, I think that all works.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, you just need to change Queequeg's pretty easy to kill him.
Yeah.
I do like this sequence for this guy, from the guy who's sleeping's perspective, where they come in, have a go at sitting on him, realize that he sounds like he's struggling,
Struggling to breathe.
Yeah, maybe not enjoying that too much, so they readjust themselves, and then smoke until this tiny cabin is completely filled with smoke, and the guy starts coughing. Oh, and meanwhile, while the room's been filling with smoke, one guy is waving an axe over his head,
Saying he'd be so easy to kill.
I can just kill this guy right now.
I asked him why this was the case. It'd be really easy to kill this guy. Wouldn't it? He laughed. Okay. He was going on some wild reminiscences about his tomahawk pipe, which... Right, he started talking about all the... Okay, yeah.
He told some stories.
Queequeg started telling stories about all the people he'd murdered with his axe pipe. All the blood it had spilled, and all the smoke he'd sucked out of it. As we were chatting, the little room we were in began to really fill up with smoke. It was getting dense in there. Which is probably why the guy we were sitting on started to cough and make noises like he couldn't breathe. We hopped off before he woke up because he'd probably not be big fans of ours if he knew we'd been sitting on him.
And talking about killing him.
Sitting on him. Much less talking about turning his head into a bloody canoe. Canoe with the axe we kept dangling over it. Okay.
Nice. And then is that a copy pasta for the dialogue?
He sat up and rubbed his eyes. Okay.
Good sailor talk.
Let's pick it up from the strong vapor. Yeah. He rolled over once or twice, then sat up and rubbed his eyes, and then we'll just copy paste.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
He rolled over once or twice, then sat up and rubbed his eyes. Hello there. Hello there. Who be ye, smokers?
I like that version of it where it's just hello with an accent. It's just hello if it's Sylvester Stallone.
Shipped men, answered I. When does she sail? Aye, aye, go on, yeah. She sails today. Captain came aboard last night. What? Let's change that to which captain, because that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Which captain? Ahab? Who but him indeed? I was going to say that it could have been Bill Dad or the other guy, because I've forgotten his name.
P-leg.
Yeah, or the other one. P-leg? Question mark. But didn't see the point.
There's not many abridged versions of text where they'll have to put an asterisk. They'll have to put an asterisk after your sentences and say, yeah, it was P-leg. It's like 10 pages ago.
But didn't see the point. Instead, I asked him some further questions concerning Ahab when we heard a noise on deck. Everyone's saying hello in this chapter.
Yeah, it's only just... This is the first we've seen of Helloa as well.
Yeah.
Probably the last. You must have just heard somebody shout it and thought, I've got to put that in a book.
Instead of Starbucks astir, let's have... That'll be Starbuck.
A stirring.
That'll be Starbuck astirring. Yeah, I like that. Said there again. He's a lively chief mate, that. Good man. And pious. Not pious, that threw me off. And pious. But all alive now, I must turn to. And saying to, he went on deck, and we followed. It was now clear sunrise. Soon the crew came aboard in twos and threes. The riggers bestirred themselves. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Alright, that's all a bit flowery, you know? We don't need any of that.
Do we not?
Nah. The deck was all... We got to earn our pay when we sell this for £1 a copy. The deck was
True.
all busy. Sailors doing sailor things. Whalers doing whaley things.
Yes. Do you know what's pretty obvious while everybody's getting busy?
What?
Ishmael's not doing anything.
Everyone doing their part to help out. It was wonderful to stop and see. Meanwhile, Captain Ahab remained invisibly enshrined within his cabin. I think that's fine.
I like this idea of like if somebody closes the door to their office, you're like, he's invisibly enshrined in there. not just
Sat in
she's
there on
on
his
the other
own.
side of a door. Yeah.
He's turned invisible. Alright, should we have a read through of our bloody labours here?
I think we do a read through next time because we've already
Okay.
we haven't changed that much of it either.
We've not,
like
to be
the
honest.
dialogue. So.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be our recap, and it will set us up for the actual voyage. Except, Andy, it's not going to be the actual voyage just yet because it's Christmas!
Christmas, everybody!
Yay!
Get ready for a Christmas stream.
Christmas special! I wish I had like an air horn. I've got one of these. Christmas! There you go.
We actually keep the Christmas decorations in the attic where I stream from, so I will be able to put them on pretty easily.
Amazing. Alright, we'll do that.
Okay,
Cool.
Everybody bring their best Christmas avatars.
Christmas outfits. Hang on, let me just make these guys bigger here. Just going to make avatars larger. I need to see who's doing what. Ah, yeah. We got a Goku. We got... Oh,
Do you
fuck
think it's
me.
poss-
Oh, they're jumping really high. This is a great idea that really adds to the literary merits of the stream.
Definitely makes it more audio friendly.
Yeah. So next step, also, I'm going to be doing some, if I can figure it out, going to be doing some custom little fellas to go into this. So let us know who you want. I want to do the cast that we've encountered so far.
I've got a request.
Yeah.
Bulkington.
Oh shit! He's just going to be a big guy, isn't he? Very handsome, big chin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna to make Peter Coffin more obviously. Peter Coffin is going to have a coffin that he'll just drag around with him.
Excellent.
That's what I'll go for. Otherwise, no one would recognise him and just be an old man.
There's Father Mapple, the preacher.
Oh, he'll just keep doing
He
this.
gave a sermon and then just covered his face with his hands until everybody left. Everybody's favourite.
Yeah, good characters in this.
Quick is TOS. That's possibly true.
What's TOS?
Depends.
Terms of service?
But yeah, it depends how you draw him.
Oh, he's not going to be eating
If you-
anyone.
If
Oh,
you draw
you're
him,
thinking where he's just
in
got
the-
his hat and his boots.
where he's just got his hat and his boots on, yeah.
Full Monty Queequeg. Oh, anyway, that was a good time, and I hope you've had a good time. You've won 5 from the
Certainly
jump
have.
catch game, Andy. Congratulations.
I did nothing to achieve that. It feels like a rotten victory, to be honest.
I wish it didn't post as me, because that wasn't me, folks. That was some sort of bot. Oh, well. Cool. Hope you had a nice time. I had a nice time. Andy, any closing thoughts?
Just that I'm very excited for Christmas next week.
Me too. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, everyone. And especially happy Christmas to all the whales out there.
Mm.
Do you think whales celebrate Christmas?
I mean, there's a lot of mysterious things we don't know about whales, so maybe that's one of them.
We've run a bit long this time, but you have dug up some good whale facts. And I've got some Queequeg facts as well, which we can just hold over you ready for next time, I think.
That'd be good for a Christmas episode, I think. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, we can do a Christmas quiz.
Yes! A Christmas whale
Just-
quiz.
Yeah, everyone's favourite combination of words.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get going. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's go back onto this page. There it is. What? Yeah, Christmas whale quiz. Why not? Emma, write me a quiz. I'm sorry, I'm just looking. Ah, yeah, we got a little seal guy. Ah, there's so many good little guys. Hang on, I need to zoom in more. How do I zoom in more? Oh wait, I can scale it from here. Bigger guys. It's not voice activated, that's just me trying to think through what I'm doing. Hang on. Not that one. There's a bomb. I can put a bomb down.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I hope I've not made a mistake there. Oh. Oh god, I regret. Yes! Okay, this is good. I don't want to bomb anymore. I want to scale them. Oh, here we go. Okay. Whee! There's all our little guys. They're huge. Well, I feel like that's a big add in terms of production value. Yeah, big, just big contribution. We've made it now. I'm ready to get partnered. Is this what you need? Is this one of the things you need on the checklist?
Is this what you wanted, Twitch?
Look at all this engagement! You fuckers! Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm going to drop one last round of bombs and then we're going. Whee! That's good. It's just like Monster Hunter. Alright, cool. I'm stopping the stream. Bye!
Bye.